So I didn't plan on doing a video tonight at all, but after watching tonight's episode of Being Mary Jane, whew, it just touched my spirit in ways I was not expecting. Halfway through the episode, I actually had started to like doze off and fall asleep or whatever, but that last 10 minutes woke me the fuck up. um, and the message that it brought to me was, and it's just so funny how God works and how things come full circle and how God tries to get your attention. Let me tell you about my day. So earlier today, I was getting ready to take a shower and I got a text message from a girlfriend of mine named Gayleen. And she was like, hey, how you doing? I was just calling to check on you. Are you okay? And I always find it weird when people text me that out the blue, just asking, am I okay? Because I'm like, did they get a bad feeling? Like, what's going on? And I was fine. I was like, I'm good. How are you? Wasn't nothing going on. I wasn't feeling any type of way. I was actually having an okay day. And then when I watched this episode of Being Mary Jane and how at the eulogy, if you watch tonight's episode for her friend Lisa's character that died, she was saying in the eulogy how we all ask each other, are we okay? And how are you? But how we never really take the time out to really dig deep and see and check on each other to really see how are you? Like, are you really good? Are you really okay? And when she was saying that, it just brought tears to my eyes because I've been dealing with some things in my own life that I've been struggling with and praying my way through and talking to friends and talking to God about it. And I had an incident, and then it was just funny how watching that episode like came back full circle to my girlfriend calling me today and asking me, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah," because I thought I was fine. I was having a good day. There was nothing really wrong. But that how are you? If you really dig deep into that, how are you? And if a person was to ask me, really, like, really, are you okay? How are you? I'm not okay. And I think that we all think it's something bad to say when you're not okay. Like I'm not okay. On the surface I'm fine. I'm happy. There's nothing really wrong, but at the core of me, am I okay? No, I'm not. Um and then I say that to say because the same person, my girlfriend that I'm talking about, we were on the phone last week and I had, like I said, I've been going through some personal things in my life where I've been unhappy with certain things, and one of those things have been my career. That I've been unhappy with and I've been unpleased with because I'm ready to make the transition into doing other things and I'm not satisfied with my career. I'm ready to move forward into something else, and it's just not happening in the time or the manner of which I wish it would happen. I'm ready to move forward. I feel like my life is just stagnant and I'm like on an even keel. I'm just here and I want to go here. And I feel like I've been here for so long and I'm like, Lord, when are you going to elevate me? I feel like I'm doing everything you want me to do. I'm being, prayerful. I'm being humble. I'm being, obedient. I'm, living my life according to your word. I'm trying to do everything that you asked me to do. I'm following, what you're telling me to do. I'm, asking you. I'm praying. I'm living my life according to your word, and nothing's happening. And it's just like I felt like, what am I doing wrong? I feel like I see, my peers and stuff, they're moving forward and this and that, and that's, something that, we as all people struggle with when you're doing the work and you're not really reaping the benefits of it. And I'm like, Lord, I just want to move forward. Like you blessed me with all of these talents, Lord Jesus, all of these homegrown talents that I didn't go to school for. I didn't have to, be taught. I taught myself everything that I know as far as writing books, doing hair, doing makeup, you know, doing videos. I directed a film, I produced web series shows. All these things that I've done, I've taught myself, and this I know how to sing and all of these things, styling clothes and decorating, all these things. I'm like, Lord, you gave me all of these talents. I want to show the world. There's so much I want to show the world. And I have a project that could change my life that I wanted to start working on. And then, soon as I finished Emotionally Unavailable, and it was time for me to start working on this huge product, my computer shuts down on me. And I was just like, and then I got sick with a cold. This was 2 weeks ago. And I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, devil is like a liar. You are so busy trying to stop me from doing this project that could elevate me going to the next level. And I wanted to talk to Gayleen about it, but every time we talk, I feel like I'm, I felt like I was always coming with some kind of worry or fear or insecurity. And I didn't want her to think that, that I was being a Debbie Downer or being ungrateful or whatever the case may be, or being just too sad or whatever the case may be. I didn't want that projection of myself, especially when this is a new friend. And so I said, I'm not going to say nothing. And it was funny when we talked on the phone last week, we were just talking, having a regular conversation. And uh we just started talking, and she just started speaking a prophetic word over my life. And I didn't bring up what I wanted to talk to her about. It just came out of her mouth. And she just started speaking this word from God to me. And it was just like, okay. And it was God saying, you might not want to bring it up, but I'm going to have her speak this word that I have for you through Gayleen. She's going to give it to you through me in this conversation. And I mean, when I tell you I was on the phone with her and I bawled like crying, because I was just like, how did you know? And it was just like in that conversation, all of my worries, all of my fears, all of my insecurities, and everything that I had kept bottled up on the inside were just calmed in that moment. And I was just like, you have no idea, because I want to talk to you about this. And I didn't want to. I was fearful. I didn't want to come across any kind of way. She was like, girl, no, like, don't ever feel that way towards, towards me, as far as you can't talk to me. And so that goes back to my whole point of this video, is because I feel like we as people feel like we are a burden on people when we share our thoughts or our feelings or our fears, our insecurities, our doubts, our, things that sadden us or anger us or whatever the case may be. We keep it bottled up inside, and that is the worst thing that you can possibly do. You have to talk your things out, talk your fears out, talk your insecurities out. Anything that you have going on in your life that may be negative or whatever, speak it, so then you can deal with it. Because anytime you bottle it up inside, it just festers on the inside of you, and it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And the thing that I was dealing with is fear. I have a fear of failure. I have a fear of staying in this lane in my life and not going further, or either plateauing and it getting worse. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. And my worst fear is I don't want to be in this position this time next year. Like, I want to something great to happen for me and to elevate my life. And that's what I want so bad. Like, I can taste it. And it's just like, God, give it to me. Like, please, like, just give me what I'm asking you for. And when she spoke that word over my life last week, it was just like, okay, God, you're hearing me. You're actually hearing me, and you're listening to me, and you see me. And I get it now. It's just not going to happen when I wanted to, because maybe I'm not ready maybe I'm not as ready as I thought I was, because I'm thinking I got it all in the bag. I'm ready, 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 ready. And then when I was speaking to her, and I was like, I'm not ready. Like, that's why it hasn't happened yet, because I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? There's still more that I need to do. And so I feel like we as people, whether it be family, friends, relationship, whatever, you have to speak and talk about things. Don't let anything happen, because that's how depression comes into play, and arguments between family, friends, and in relationships, because you're really mad about one thing but you're displaying it in other ways to your loved ones or whatever. You can be in a relationship and you mad about something that's going on with you, or something you're displeased with, and then you get mad at your boyfriend or your girlfriend because she ain't closed the cabinet right, and you going off on her ass because you really feeling some type of way about something else. So I just feel like you have to just talk things out. You have to speak it, and so you can deal with it. And so as soon as I allowed myself to open up about my fears about my life, it gave me the opportunity to recognize it and to deal with it. And in order for me to get to the next level in my life and in my career, now that I've recognized what the problem is, and fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. That's all that it is. False evidence appearing real. Because there's nothing in my life that's stopping me from going to the next level. That ain't nothing but the devil that's trying to, pull me back, hold me back, scare me into doing what I need to do. And because the thing that I need to do, I've never done before. This project that I'm working for on, I've never done it before. I'm stepping into a realm in my life that I've never went into before. I'm comfortable with writing books. I can write a book easy peasy. I wrote Emotionally Unavailable in a week. I wrote it the week before it came out. Little do the people know. Like, I wrote that book a week before it dropped. So I can write a book with my eyes closed when necessary. But what I'm about to do, I've never done before, and I'm stepping into unknown territory, and I'm afraid. I'm owning up to me being afraid because it's something that I've never done before. But I know with hard work, diligence, you know, belief in myself, belief in God, and prayer, and studying and research, I will be able to accomplish this. I know that I'll be able to make it. And so it's a blessing to have good people around you that support you, that love you, that want to see you get elevated to the next level, that's going to give you a good word and of encouragement, of prayer over your life in order to keep you sane and to get you to the next level. And that's why I stress on my social media accounts and these videos that I do or whatever, that you have to be careful about who you surround yourself with. Because what if I would have talked to her and came to her and told her, I'm afraid to do this project because I'm afraid that I'm gonna fail. What if she was one of them friends where, girl, you don't know how to do it no way, so you might as well just not do it. Just speaking a negative word into my life. And what if I would have listened to that? I've told this story before, but in the beginning of my career, when I was 21 years old and I was working on me and my boyfriend, this is before I even got published, before I even thought of getting a book published, I read the first couple of paragraphs to a girlfriend of mine at the time. And when I got done reading it, she laughed and said, "Girl, you need to put that up." Now, what if I would have listened to that? What if I would have just looked at what I had wrote at the time, and said, you know what, this is garbage. Maybe I am stupid. Maybe I am doing too much. Maybe I can't write. Whatever the case may be. What if I had listened to that and never tried to finish the book and never tried to get it published? And I wouldn't be even here right now speaking to you all. So that person is no longer in my life, has been in my life in over 10 years. But like I said, if I had listened to her, I wouldn't be right here where I am right now. That's why you have to believe in yourself. B, you have to have other people around you, and people around you that are going to encourage you to be the best you that you can possibly be. Nobody in my life, and I have how many close girlfriends? I have my best friend Alosha, my best friend Monique, my sister Maisha. I have a new girlfriend by the name of Gayleen. I have a girlfriend by the name of Jenny. I have a friend by the name of Sharissa, and my mom and my son, whatever. But those are the only women in my life or friends that I call friends, and that I, talk to about my life and my personal, business or whatever. I don't have very many people in my life, and I choose it that way because you can't trust everybody with yourself, because everybody's not going to handle you the way that you want to be handled, and everybody doesn't come into your life with good intentions. And especially with the person that I am and the career that I've chosen for myself, people want to befriend me because of my name, because of what I do for a living, and all this type of things, and want to get in my business, this and that. So you just can't trust everybody. But the people that I've had in my life, or people that have been in my life for over 20 something years, especially my best friends, and everybody in my life, like I said, encourages me to go forward and do anything that I want to do in life, and love me fully and support me. Tell me when I'm fucking up. They tell me when I'm wrong, whatever the case may be. And I support them and any goals and aspirations that they have. It's nothing but positivity around me. That's why I'm a positive person. And that's why I can do the things that I do in my life with confidence, knowing that I have a soundboard of people around me that are going to be there for me if the chips do fall. So I can't stress that enough, that the people you surround yourself with are either going to hinder you, or they either going to push you further. If you're hanging around a bunch of bum bitches that just want to go to the club, pop bottles, be cute, buy bundles, fuck with niggas, and that's all they care about is looking cute. Well, that's all the fuck you gonna wanna do, is do the same thing. I surround myself with women that have aspirations, goals, that are business women, that are, working hard, taking care of their families, taking care of themselves, want to be multimillionaires, want to, strive for greatness. We all push each other. And that goes the same for my brothers out there. You all have to surround yourself with positivity. And then when you surround yourself with positivity, you will bring positivity into your life. Um, so I want to just close this out by saying, next time you ask somebody how are you, really take the time out to really dig deep and make sure they're really okay when they're saying they're okay. Because I thought when I said I was okay earlier that I meant it, and in an instance I was, but like I said, I'm still, even though we had that conversation last night and I cried and I believed every word that came out of her mouth, I'm still struggling with, okay, this is about to happen. You're going to do this. You're not going to be afraid. And you're going to, just prosper and believe in yourself and not let any negativity or fear or doubt, come into this situation. Because if you think that that you have to have this in the bag in order to get to the next level. And I'm anxious. I'm ready because I'm just like, Lord, I feel it. I feel it. I don't feel like God has brought me all this way to forsake me and not to take me to the next level. And I know that I'm not the only person dealing with this or whatever. I just want to get into a place in my career where I can reach back and pull other young women up and show them that you too can make it. You know what I'm saying? Because Lord knows if I made it, you can make it. I didn't graduate from high school. I didn't go to college. And I have sold over 500,000 books worldwide. My books are sold in the United States, China, UK, Trinidad, all over the goddamn world. Who would have thought that a welfare recipient that worked at Shop and Save, that I can go into a Target or a Walmart right now and my book is on the damn bookshelf along with, other great authors that have walked this earth, that my name is sitting on bookshelves next to other famous authors, you know what I'm saying, that went to school with it, went to school for this, honed their skills, did all this and that. If I can make it, you can make it. My mother always told me when I was a little girl, and this is why I think and behave the way that I do, because my mother always told me where there is a will, there is a way. So I never felt like growing up that there was nothing that I couldn't do. I might not be successful at it, but at least I tried. And a lot of the things that I've ever tried in life, I was successful at it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fail. There was certain things that I failed at, but there was nothing that I felt like I couldn't do. And so please instill that into your children. Make your children fearless and let them know they can go into the world and be anything that they want to be. And hell, even you right now that are watching this that may be my age, older, younger, whatever the case may be, there's nothing in this world that you cannot do. If you put your mind to it, if you do the work, if you pray and you meet God halfway and you're efficient, you're obedient to his word, what's stopping you? Nothing's stopping you from doing anything that you want to do. As long as you're breathing and have air to breathe and you can walk, talk, and see, whatever the case, hell, even if you can't see, god damn it, there's nothing that's stopping you from being the best you that you can possibly be. So I just want to say that word to you all. Hopefully it touches some people out there and, really resonates with some folks or whatever. Because fear and doubt and insecurities and negativity and just sadness and depression and just anger or whatever the case may be can really hold you back. So anything that is not positive in your life that's hindering you, speak it. Put it out there on the earth so you can deal with it and move forward. Because anytime you hold it in, all you're doing is hurting yourself. Talk to someone that you know you can trust yourself with and that you know is going to give you sound advice and support you and be there for you in the aftermath of it all. And pray, 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 pray. And another thing before I go, because it just got this word in my head, that be careful when you ask God for things because you never know how fast it's going to come. And so that was one of the things that I learned in this process, because when I opened my mouth over the summertime and asked God for something really big, little did I know a month later that thing would be presented to me. And I thought I was ready and I thought I was prepared. But after the fact, now that I'm dealing with it, I realized I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. So now I'm in the position to get myself prepared for when that blessing comes, I'm ready to walk through that door. So when you open your mouth and God, ask God for stuff. be ready to step up to that table because it may come faster than you thought. And when God always says, he will give you the desires of your heart. You know what I'm saying? So be ready and prepared for that blessing to come into your life when you open your mouth. You got to open your mouth and tell God what you want and be specific about what you want. Because it was a time where I was just talking and wasn't really saying what I needed to say. So now when I pray, I'm just keeping it real. I'm like, Lord, I want millions. I want to be a multi-millionaire, Lord. I want to have my own studio. I want to direct films. I want to win an Oscar. I want to be a famous actress, Lord Jesus. I want to buy my mother a home. I want to retire my mother. I want to put Kyrie through school. You know, I want to travel the world. I want to get married. You know, there's things I want. So I'm very specific when I pray for these things. And so when you pray to God, be specific about what you want because he's going to give it to you. But you have to be obedient and you have to do the work and you have to meet him halfway. He's not just going to give you something just because you ask for it. You got to show him that you're worthy of those blessings that he's going to, that he'll give you. So I just want to say that hopefully this vlog helps somebody because I know it helped me. Even when I'm talking about this to you all, I'm actually talking and healing myself as well in the process. We're all going through things. Nobody's perfect. We're all just struggling every day just to be happy, to be good people, to raise our families, and to just live every day to the fullest. Nobody's bigger or better than anybody. We're all in this together. So I love you all. Have a good day, good night, whenever you see this. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and listen to the things that I have to say. Like I told you, I want to continue to do more videos like this so you can see a deeper side of me because it's not all fun and games. I like to joke and kiki and play and all that, but there's a deeper meaning to me and the things that we need to learn about just being good people and things that we can take with us through life. So, good night. Bye.